Hey there, welcome to another realm of insight and reflection on wise old age, sexuality, and well-being, where we explore issues that we may have left behind over many years, but that remain crucial to our physical and emotional well-being. Today, we will dive into a topic that, even though it may cause embarrassment for a lot of people, has been an aspect of human sexuality since ancient times. Male member stimulation. When done effectively with understanding and respect, this intimate action can enhance the bond between partners and considerably increase the standard of their sexual life. Before we start, I would like to clarify that this content is meant for those over 50. At this stage, the gifts of maturity and wisdom play a major part in how we understand and experience our sexuality. So whether you are at this stage of life, or whether you're at 60, 70, or beyond, I invite you to stay with me. This is a way to learn without restrictions and to understand what is happening in our bodies and minds as we age. The act of male member stimulation, scientifically defined as fellatio, consists of oral intimacy in which mouth and tongue are engaged for stimulation of the male organ. Although some people might consider this topic uncomfortable or perceive it to be something exclusive to young couples, the reality is that partners of all ages perform oral sex as a means to discover new kinds of connection and pleasure. But why participate in this kind of practice? For many people, oral sex is an approach to achieving a more profound level of intimacy. Research studies discovered that giving and receiving pleasure during oral sex produces some chemical substances in the brain, including dopamine and oxytocin, which are crucial for strengthening an emotional connection between partners. Also referred to as the pleasure hormone, dopamine brings a sense of well-being important for maintaining a relationship, while oxytocin, the bonding hormone, strengthens proximity and confidence between partners. Together, the two substances help enhance trust, communication, and an aura of security between individuals who engage in this activity. From a practical perspective, oral sex can provide significant advantages for couples, particularly at stages of life when intimate relationships can begin to fade. Research has found that elderly couples who continue exploring different types of sexuality, especially fellatio, report greater levels of happiness in relationships compared to those who limit their sexual lives to more conventional intimacy. This is largely because sexuality is not just about physical pleasure, but is also an approach to preserving an emotional bond between two individuals. From the scientific point of view, male member stimulation is potentially beneficial to improving a man's sexual health. When someone gets this type of oral stimulation, it is not only an enjoyable experience, but also encourages processes that help preserve the health of the reproductive system. Frequent stimulation of the male organ, whether by oral practices or other types of intimacy, improves blood flow in that region, which can help prevent disorders, especially erectile dysfunction. As we grow older, reduced blood circulation to our genitals is one of the most common causes of issues in sexual performance for men. So this form of practice, far from being superficial or insignificant, may be comprehensive of complete men's health care. Of course, this should always be conducted in a safe, consenting, and respectful way. Open communication is important. Couples should discuss their preferences, boundaries, and whatever makes them feel comfortable, so that the experience is beneficial for both. Now, the question is, how do you do it perfectly? What should you know about performing oral sex safely and enjoyably? It's crucial to emphasize that there is no magic formula. Every couple and every individual has their own preferences, and it's important to have mutual communication. However, there are some factors worth keeping in mind. 1. Relax and have fun. Oral sex should be a relaxing experience. Take your time, breathe, and keep in mind that the important thing is connection. If you're feeling anxious or embarrassed, speak about it with your partner and explore gently. 2. The male intimate region is quite sensitive. A gentle touch with the tongue, lips, and fingers can bring tremendous pleasure without the need for rapid movements. Don't be in a hurry, it's all about enjoying every bit of it. 3. Use your hands. Many individuals forget that using their hands can improve oral stimulation. Exploring different parts of the area with both hands and tongue simultaneously can boost sentiments of pleasure. 4. Hygiene is key. Like with any sexual practice, hygiene has a significant role. Maintaining excellent hygiene not only provides a more enjoyable experience, but also helps prevent infections. 5. Vary the rhythm. There's no need for the whole performance to stick to the same rhythm. Changing the rhythm, pressure, and intensity can trigger new sensations, making the moment even more pleasurable. Regarding direct advantages to sexual performance, research has proven that oral sex can be an effective way to address and in certain situations prevent issues with performance in older men. Frequent stimulation of the male part increases blood flow in the pelvic region, helping keep blood vessels healthy and lowering the possibility of erectile dysfunction. Furthermore, for men facing challenges, oral sex can help strengthen confidence and minimize performance anxiety. 6. The key is communication. As mentioned earlier, honest communication is important. Partners who feel comfortable talking about their preferences and sexual desires are more likely to have a fulfilling sex life, which translates into enhanced mental and physical health. In conclusion, brothers and sisters, oral sex is not only an activity for young couples. During our lives, particularly at an older age, we can continue to have a satisfying sexual life. We should not fear finding new ways to interact with our partners to keep the spark of intimacy active and take proper care of our sexual well-being. The oral stimulation of the male member is just one aspect of the wonderful multitude of experiences we may share. When conducted with dignity and affection, it can be a source of pleasure and well-being for both partners.